Cool. If you're wondering why I have this hat on, it's because I just got out of the shower and felt like ranting about dinosaurs because autism. I don't really know if I don't have autism. Don't take that uh, at face value. Anyway, I wanted to talk about dinosaurs because I was just watching Dinosaur Analog Horror before getting in the shower, and surprisingly, a lot of people don't know anything about dinosaurs. So I'm gonna go over some lesser known facts, correct some wrongs that have been made in mainstream media, and we're just gonna go from there. Cause what else am I gonna do? Sit here and talk about political stuff? No, because I'd rather not talk about how crappy the world is right now. Anyway, so a lot of mainstream media is now aware that Tyrannosaurus Rex did not have movement based vision. Now, a lot of people know that T Rex's vision was actually very, very good, close to that of a hawk's. And not only that, but Tyrannosaurus didn't have feathers. They might have had a light coat of feathers, but they did not have feathers. They It was just too hot of a climate in the late Cretaceous for any type of feathers. That's why smaller animals were the ones that had feathers. And plus, those were in earlier eras like Triassic and Jurassic. Um, anyway, so apart from that, mainstream media has also been made aware that the velociraptors that they know aren't quite velociraptors. They are not Deinonychus, is what mainstream media sees them as. They are instead small, dog sized animals that aren't known to hunt in packs, actually. We have no confirmation of that. Sure, we have bigger theropod information, but velociraptors weren't actually that common of a fossil until, like, actually, no, I don't know when velociraptors fossils were discovered, but anyway, velociraptors were small, dog sized avians. Speaking of which, not all dinosaurs were avians. Take Baryonyx and Spinosaurus, for example. They were not birds. A lot of bigger theropods weren't birds, actually, uh, as well as herbivores. Herbivores, a lot of them were not birds, but many bird like creatures were not dinosaurs. Like, for example, pteranodons, like pterodactyl and dimorphodon and all that. Not dinosaurs. They are instead flying creatures. Um, and it's the same with stuff like Plesiosaurus and Mosasaurus and all this other stuff. That's just a marine reptile. It's not a dinosaur. Uh, Dinosuchus, Caprisuchus, and Sarcosuchus fall into a weird gray area. I'm pretty sure they're marine animals. Marine reptiles, sorry. But I haven't done my research on that. That's something that I am not qualified for. Granted, take everything I say with a bit of a grain of salt because I'm not a paleontologist, I'm not a paleobiologist, nor am I a paleopsychologist. I don't know anything about dinosaurs other than what I have gathered via osmosis. So, sorry, just a bit weird. What else is there? Oh, fun fact. Uh, The first ever fossil that was discovered was Megalosaurus. Megalosaurus. Not Megalosaurus. That's something different. Uh, yeah, the first dinosaur ever discovered was named Megalosaurus. I cannot speak today. I am sorry, but it was discovered in 1677, I believe. But the term dinosaur wasn't coined until like 1841, I think. Sam's Cola is delicious. Not sponsored. But I just found that interesting. I found that out a couple days ago. Anyway, whenever dinosaurs in Jurassic Park lived was not accurate. That sentence was horribly constructed. Hold on, let me retry that. The dinosaurs in Jurassic Park did not live in the same era. A lot of dinosaurs in that movie were Cretaceous. Same with can't speak today. But Stegosaurus was, I believe, Jurassic. I believe is either Jurassic or Triassic. I always get them mixed up. But Stegosaurus was not Cretaceous. And both T-Rex, Triceratops were, but I guess Cretaceous Park just didn't run off the tongue as well. But they kind of corrected it with Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous, which I'm gonna get into that. Yeah, Camp Cretaceous is a whole other can of worms. But Compies, otherwise known as Compsognathus, were actually not venomous, as the book says. Compsognathus had no confirmation that their venom was actually there. Procompsognathus actually did, though. Now, there is a lot of speculation around different dinosaurs. Like, for example, if Monolophosaurus and Proceratosaurus are still the same dinosaur, or they're different species, which I believe they are, but I haven't done enough research on that, so I'm not going to say it is. Now, the same can be said about Tyrannosaurids. Now, the most speculated Tyrannosaurid or theropod, or a Bellisaurid in general, is, I believe, Nanuqsaurus. A lot of people think that Nanuqsaurus was not a different species at all, but another tyrannosaur that just grew to be in the polar region, which I don't believe that's true. But Nanuqsaurus is basically a theropod that scientists found in what would be modern day, like, Antarctica. What, not in modern day Antarctica, but what would have been the equivalent to that. It was, I believe, northern, but it would have basically been an Arctic tundra that no other dinosaurs besides dinosaurs that were specifically, like, evolved to be in that region. So stuff like hadrosaurids and all that. But Nanuqsaurus was named in the Greek name of polar bear lizard, which is also a weird dichotomy because Dinosaur is just a name for terrible lizard or powerful lizard. Dinosaurs weren't lizards, they were birds. Um, but again, as I said, not all dinosaurs are birds, so there's still a bit of controversy around the name of dinosaurs. It might be changed, it might not be. I don't know. All I know is something that has changed is that Troodons are no longer dinosaurs. Troodons are instead a clave. Now, if you don't know what a clave is, think of Brachiosaurus, Argentosaurus, and or is it Argentosaurus or is it Argentinosaurus? I don't know, but Diplodocus, all that. Think of all those together and put them in a group called sauropods. That is what's called a clave. Sauropods are long-necked dinosaurs that come from the same general evolution point. Now, what was I talking about? Something about claves. I don't know. I'm just really trying to rant about anything that I can about dinosaurs because I really like them. Because autism, yeah, all that. Let's see. Ooh, T-Rex was not a direct descendant of the chicken. That was just something in mainstream media to make it a sort of to misuse Occam's razor. We'll say that. Well, yeah. And if you don't know what Occam's razor is, it's just the simplest form of something. Now then, let's see. Oh, let's go over all the pterosaurs that I know of. Ahalopterus. Ahalopterus was a small insect-eating bat-like creature that I absolutely love. Look it up if you can. It looks absolutely adorable. Please. That was just a whole separate segment for Ahalopterus specifically. I realize that might not be the easiest to spell. Whatever. You can figure it out. Figure it out. Now, it is evident. God, I have dementia this stream. Jesus crisps. Sorry. What in God's name was I talking about? I can't remember. Do I have something wrong with me? What is happening? Okay. Yeah. Oh, here's something. Spinosaurus. Spinosaurus did not eat humans, or any land animals for that fact. Its jaw strength would not allow it to kill things other than fish because it was a piscivore. Now, if you don't know what a piscivore is, piscivores are things that eat fish primarily. Now you're wondering what's the difference between that and regular carnivores. Well, most other carnivores are called pterovores. Pterovores are things that eat mostly land creatures because Pisces is fish in Latin, terra is land in Latin. So, hence, pterovores, piscivores, and all that. Take a look at baryonyx. That's another prime example of a piscivore. They would not have eaten any land animals because their jaw strength simply wouldn't allow them to. The surface area of their long snouts wouldn't allow them to have any sort of jaw strength, so it was primarily for trapping fish and swallowing them whole. Another thing about Spinosaurus. Spinosaurus would not have been on land as much as it's been depicted in many movies. Like, for example, Jurassic Park 3. It would not have, first of all, won the fight with T-Rex. Second of all, it would not have won any battles with land theropods. Besides raptors, probably. A lot of raptors. Yeah, the smaller known theropods. Anyway, moving past that, Spinosaurus would have been in a river or a swamp or bog, and it would not have bothered the humans at all if they'd stayed out of its territory. Which, it's theorized in Jurassic Park 3 that one of the humans messed with a Spinosaurus baby and got his arm all mauled. And that's why the mother was all pissed off. Frankly, I don't know. Because Jurassic Park wasn't the best, or Jurassic Park 3 wasn't the best movie. Frankly, I don't understand why a lot of the Jurassic Park movies get a lot of crap. Like, a lot of people praise Jurassic Park for being like a revolutionary dino movie, and then they absolutely dunk on any other Jurassic films like Jurassic Park Lost World. They say, oh, it doesn't follow the same plot as Jurassic Park, or it's not in the same quote-unquote universe. No, it is. It most definitely is. Your attention span is just that of a pea, and you don't realize that this is on a different island. This is on Isla Sorna, not Isla Nublar. Plus, it follows a different protagonist, Ian Malcolm. Ian Malcolm was just one of the side characters that a lot of people loved. Come to think of it, a lot of people don't know about Jurassic Park anyway. They just say, oh, I like Tyrannosaurus Rex, or I like the Velociraptors. They don't talk about the other ones. They don't talk about Carnotaurus, they don't talk about Stegosaurus, they don't talk about Triceratops, they don't talk about the pterodactyls, they don't talk about, what else was there? Dilophosaurus. Yeah, there's a lot of dinos that JP, the movie, didn't talk about. Meanwhile, Jurassic Park, the novel, there was, well, actually quite a bit different with it. And frankly, I think that was for the better, because while Jurassic Park did take inspiration from its novel, I believe it is better to have two different stories rather than just making a book visualized. That way we have like two separate plot lines that we can discover and not be spoiled on the second we watch a movie. It's not, that's just not good. It's marketing, basically. It's a marketing ploy to get you both to buy the movie and the book, so you could see what was different about the two. Sorry that the lighting is getting darker. I'm not really Helios. I can't really just raise the sun back up, but anyway. And plus, turning on the light would be bad. I don't like artificial light. But anyway. ADHD go burr. What was I talking about? I swear I have early onset dementia. I am sorry. Oh yeah. But I believe that both the novel and the movie were great. The novel was a bit gruesome, especially with Nedry's unfortunate death. I say unfortunate, but Nedry wasn't really the best person in the film. But Nedry was a better person in Jurassic Park, the novel. He was just trying to, you know, will do what's best for him and I believe his family. I don't really remember if he had a family. I need to reread Jurassic Park. But what a lot of people don't know is that Jurassic Park, the novel, never ended with the first movie. No, they made Lost World. They made, I believe, Jurassic Park. No, they didn't. Did they? No, they didn't. I was thinking of promotional material. But they also made Lost World, and by that I mean Michael Crichton also made The Lost World, which was a lot more terrifying, what with camouflaging Carnotaurus and also the buck and doe T-Rex being a lot more terrifying than in the movie. And ooh, here's one big criticism though of Jurassic Park the movie is I don't think they should have proposed movement-based T-Rex as a theory. I believe it should have just been a side effect of the frog DNA that they put in, and it just being a fluke. Sorry if this is a bit convoluted. I just like ranting about dinosaurs, but I believe that the movie should have had the T-Rex just have its movement based on vision because of the frog DNA, not because of a theory that was proposed, a pseudo theory. But what I do love that they changed about the movie was John Hammond's character. I loved that they changed John Hammond's character from misogynistic kind of stayed, but still, I love how they changed John Hammond's character from misogynistic, old, grumpy creep to a kind-hearted, childlike old man. I feel like that was a really good selling point, and it made a lot of people feel worse that he sadly died. But still, I believe that that was one of the movie's best, adaptations. God, I can't find a topic to sit on. Ooh. Let's just move on to the next movie. Because Lost World gets a lot of crap for not being, quote-unquote, in universe with Jurassic Park. No, it just follows a different island, not a different universe. A lot of people disregard the fact that Isla Sorna was not Isla Nublar. But then again, I don't think a lot of people paid attention to the name of the island. I think that a lot of people just went with the fact that, hey, spooky dinosaurs. I have been ranting for 24 minutes now. Jesus Christ. Anyway. Now, Jurassic Park 3. Little fun fact about Jurassic Park 3. Jurassic Park 3 was in writing while they filmed it. Like, they were writing it as they filmed it, which was hilarious to find out, but also really, really sad to see. Because now I have the context of why it's bad. And forgive me for the wrong wording, Jurassic Park 3 isn't bad. It is mediocre. Mediocre at best. Simply because a lot of things are inconsistent. Like, where was Spinosaurus in Lost World? Where Where's the doe T-Rex? Where's the buck T-Rex? Which one is which whenever it fights the Spinosaurus? How has a lot of the pteranodons not moved over to Costa Rica due to migration? What about the flight patterns of all the dinosaurs? Wouldn't that be, like, problematic with airspace? What exactly killed the first ship that we see in the movie? Cause it couldn't have been pteranodons. We would have seen them, and so would, uh, what's the name? I can't even remember the name. So would the kid and his stepfather. But past that. There's a lot of inconsistencies with Jurassic Park 3 that, while it is a bit weird, I don't think should dictate a bad movie. Because inconsistencies are everywhere in good movies, especially in Jurassic Park 3, or especially in Jurassic Park. Because it's not a perfect movie, no matter how many people say it is. Jurassic Park had a lot of strange adaptations and a lot of strange things in general in universe. But past that, Jurassic Park 3 was not a horrid movie. It was mediocre. People need to understand that difference. Because a lot of people just say, oh, it's bad, because a lot of other people say it is bad. Do your research, and also maybe watch the movie. I am sure that you will not care. Now, Jurassic World. I think that they should have revealed a bit more of Las Cinco Muertes, otherwise known as the Five Deaths. I think that they should have shown a lot more of the other islands, had them on different islands. Like, for example, they should have had Jurassic World on Las Cinco Muertes. Not Las Cinco Muertes, I just said that. Las Muertas. That's not it either. I have a brain tumor that is slowly taking over my mind and is forming its own personality. I can't think right. I meant Isla Muerta. Not Las Cinco Muertes, not Las Muertas. Isla Muerta, which just means Island of Death. Anyway, we know that Isla Muerta exists because of Jurassic World Evolution. Jurassic World Evolution is canon. Soft canon at that, but still canon. And I think that they should have shown off Las Cinco Muertes a bit more, because other than Jurassic World Evolution, we don't get to see it. But having it back on Isla Nublar is also feasible. How they found and captured Rexy, I don't know. How Rexy has lived this long, I also don't know. God. Yeah. Speaking of Rexy, a lot of people name Tyrannosaurus, but they don't know about the raptors' names. They know Blue, They don't know anyone else. They know Blue, Rexy, and Owen, and Claire. They don't even know the main trio, which a lot of people I've known have said stuff like, oh, I love Jurassic Park and World. I loved Owen. I loved the T-Rex, which feels like saying, all I remember from Pokemon is Charizard and Pikachu. Because, yeah, why can't your favorite dinosaur be like Quetzalcoatlus or pterodactyls or something more obscure like the plesiosaurs? Bet you didn't know Jurassic Park had those. Jurassic Park also had like pleurodons. Not to mention Jurassic World retconned the lagoon, which is what had all the aquatic creatures in it, to be on the bottom of the island and out into the ocean rather than in the top left corner of the island, which I find weird. You've made the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom thing entirely like set on releasing these dinosaurs. You even open with Mosasaurus escaping out of its lagoon. You don't ever show it again, other than Camp Cretaceous and that one scene in Jurassic World Dominion, or a couple of scenes in Jurassic World Dominion. Can you even count the Mosasaurus interacting with whales as a scene? I don't know. Snippet. We'll call it that. I don't understand why the directors didn't give, or writers didn't give Mosasaurus more screen time, because that is hands down the most interesting dinosaur in the series, seeing as, one, it's absolutely ginormous, two, it killed Indom, three, you made the entire movie stem off of dinosaurs escaping. The first dinosaur you show escaping is Mosasaurus. It's stupid that you didn't give Mosasaurus more screen time, because Mosasaurus was really interesting in that movie. Would have been really interesting in that movie. I would have loved to see, like, cruisers get full-on chomped in half by the Mosasaurus. I would love to see whales get chomped by the Mosasaurus. I would love to see a lot from the Mosasaurus. How many times can I say Mosasaurus in one sentence? Mosasaurus. Honestly. God, I need a hobby. I really need a hobby. What are those? Where did they go? What? I'm seeing things, I swear. Ooh, okay. Yeah, remember what I said about the brain tumor? I might have that. Anyway, God, I can't stay on one topic for too long without it seeming boring. Because there's a lot of dinosaurs that a lot of people don't know about. And I don't want to rant about them without people even knowing what they were. Because there's stuff like King Jungosaurus, which was a stegosaurid. There's also Megaspinosaurus, which you might think would be a carnivore, judging by Spinosaurus, but no, it's actually another stegosaurid, I think. It might be its own clave. I don't know. But Megaspinosaurus, really confusing name. Megalosaurus, really weird name, seeing as Megatherium, Megaloceros also exists, which is just a whole other era, Cenozoic, which is the era after dinosaurs. Cenozoic era is its own thing, but honestly, it's extremely fun to talk about Cenozoic era because the Cenozoic era is most mammals and birds nowadays. Like, for example, there's saber-toothed tigers. Those were in the Cenozoic era. There's, I believe, oh god, what was it? Pachycetus. Pachycetus was a primitive whale. Believe it or not, whales were land dwellers. They were not aquatic until they evolved to be or not quite piscivores, but to be around water more. They eventually evolved into Basilosaurus, which people thought were, dinosaurs, which Basilosaurus was not a dinosaur. It was a mammal. I feel like a lot of scientists should have known that due to its mammary glands, but I don't know if mammary glands fossilize. Let's see. Oh. What else to talk about? Jesus, I am running out of things to rant about. Autism. I think I've ranted enough. I don't have anything to talk about. I just ranted about the Jurassic Park movies, a couple dinosaurs that people might not know, corrections to other dinosaurs in mainstream media that have wrong assumptions about them, and all that. I know no one is interested in this, and this video probably will never see the light of day again, but I did it, and it's strange that I decided to talk about dinosaurs after being gone for like, how long? I don't know, a month? How much time has passed? What year is it? How old am I? No. No. Nope. Nope. Not dealing with this. No, thank you. Nope. Okay. Wake up. Okay. Alright. I'm good. I'll see y'all later. I want to turn this fucking thing off.